So our topic for today is about Angeles City in Pampanga.
You might just find yourself getting blackmailed.
And then they said, "Sir, coming inside. There's a lot of beautiful girls done I was like, yeah, they are beautiful. At least I don't work on that place."
There's envy. Anybody who's been there knows envy.
I do love observing. There's a lot of girls in Angeles. They try and do this like walking. And then I can see how they trying to flirt. This guy really want to go back all of a sudden.
What was your first experience?
So what the heck?
So,
I never seen anything like this.
guys, welcome to the outdoor studio of Scott and Ella, the Filipina-Australian family. You go ahead.
So guys, for today's video, as you can see, we are outside next to this bridge and also like the train and boat and beautiful houses all the way there. And then so we decided to film this in outdoor because it's kind of nice,
Guess what? It cost us $0, and that's why we're all about living that peso life. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Earning dollars, spend peso.
Fine, good. Earning dollars? Not yet.
Not yet.
No, she's good. She's got a paycheck coming next week. Go team.
So okay, let's go back to our topic. So our topic for today is about Angeles City in Pampanga. I know you heard that word, Angeles City.
I'm actually happy to hear you pronounce it properly. For the longest time, I was just thinking it's like Los Angeles, right?
It's Angeles.
So, what about that place? What have you heard about it? When did you first hear about that place?
How about you?
Let's go you first. It's all about the girls' perspective here.
So actually, before I never heard the Angeles City that it's like a little bit, well known to expats. All I know is about Pampanga, but Angeles City, that's level 2.
So let's start right from the beginning. At what age did you first hear about
Angeles City?
Even Pampanga being like a spot for people come to work probably?
Since I met you.
Me only?
Yeah.
Ah.
I never heard about that. Angeles City is one of like tourist spot for expats.
Right. But so even before you met me, you'd never heard of the whole area?
No.
How about like...
I know the word Pampanga because it's a place we study about that.
Okay.
But the reason why foreigners go there and people visit there, I have no idea.
All right. So in your knowledge, your world, what was the first thing you learned about it? You learned about it through me, and what did you learn? What do you remember about that?
That expats go there, even Chinese, Japanese, Korean, I think it's like where it's about, I don't want to say these words, but it's mostly for all like
Oh, okay. So for fun. It's like a place for relaxation. Is it?
Yeah, then there's a lot of girls like that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's, you heard about it through me, not through me like that.
That's
of course I'm not gonna highlight those kind of that lifestyle. Is it?
It's not like you explain it to me, but the way I see it, that's how I see.
So, guys, just so how you bring up this topic, it's about first of all, have you been there? And second of all, do you have any interest to go there? And third is the third piece, which is people that are on the fence, I guess. And yes, I don't think it represents the Philippines at all.
Yeah.
Let's say that. So there's the high-speed train going by, but we'll just keep that in because it's kind of stimulating, a little bit of activity in the background.
Yeah.
But yeah, so people do go there. Let's be clear, they have an airport, and that's one thing that's super great. So you can get into the country very easily. That's kind of how I got started with coming to the Philippines, because I was in Singapore, and I was like looking, where are the quick flights out? And you could get to Thailand, you could get to like Malaysia, you could get to Vietnam, and you could get to Clark and Manila, of course. But I had no interest in going to Manila because everyone just hears like it's just a crazy storm of
I don't also want the
traffic and
Manila.
Right.
It's
so
polluted.
I spent so many years escaping the city, like Toronto. Last thing I want is another busy city. So, and you hear about like, and they've got there's the whole thing about Philippines and call centers and like outsourcing. So that's kind of my intro. It's like BPO, business processing outsourcing, these little remote offices. And in Australia, it's very normalized now. So everyone, all these big corporate companies are, half their staff is from the Philippines. Every time you pick up a phone, you're speaking to Philippine, right? All the banks, every time we call them up, you can tell. But they can't really talk about it, but they're Filipinas, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, and then the third piece is just the entertainment district. So
You know, it shocked me a lot when I went there. I mean, like, you brought me there.
yeah, so here we go. So I had my itinerary planned when I was going to meet her. It just so happened that I had pre-booked accommodation, because when you plan flights, it's good to sort the accommodation, get a good rate. And I booked a place for a whole month. So the plan was to meet and greet.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if it was going to go well or not. So I always had like a backup, like, well, I'm just going to go do what I was going to do, set up for the month in my apartment and do some work there. But the plan changed. We kept spending weekends and weekdays. We were there together for 30 days straight. But then I'm like, well, I have this apartment I kind of committed to. So, well, we're going to Pampanga.
So it shocked me, as in, like, the way I see it, like, girls like go, what the heck?
So
I never seen anything like this in my life, like Filipina, like, as in, like, wearing, like, open, as in, like, ulan na lang, you're gonna saw her soul, and then, like, like a skirt, like, you can see, like, everything, like, what the heck? And then, like, the girl, like, the boobs that I can see, even, like, almost the nipples.
So hold on. So what was your first experience? Because that's really what we want to capture for this video. Is what do you remember about arriving? Like, how did we even get there?
How did we even get there? Bus. We took a bus, like, for 18 hours. Actually, we had this flight we booked from Bicol, but they canceled because of, like, the storm. And then, but this guy really wanna go back all of a sudden. So I go, okay, if you wanna go back there, let's book a bus. And we booked, and it's like it's like 18 hours, the longest ride in the bus that I ever experienced.
Well, we had some pre-booked accommodation, and there was like no end in sight. And I don't know about you guys, missing flights and stuff, it's not guaranteed. So we had a way to get there. I thought, what's the worst that could be? We'll just get on a bus and just sleep it off.
I think you complain about that.
It was awful. I would never do that again.
I know you complain because I saw your phone and you messaged, like, one of your friends. I think, like, it's like,
It's,
like, I feel like a little bit like
take the risk, but no big reward other than just getting there at the end. So we were exhausted by the time we got there. We checked into the hotel. I think
it's raining a lot into Angeles City or whatever.
Oh, really? Okay, there's different areas. So anyway, it was just wild. So we got there, but of course the main topic is Angeles City, the impressions you got. And that's a good reminder that they have tricycles, like, talaga, a lot of motorbikes and tricycles, and just noise, right? Constant noise. Where you're from, the province is very quiet.
Yeah,
so
very quiet, and there's a lot of girls in Angeles, like, walking, and then I can see how they trying to flirt. I remember I was, like, in the restaurant drinking watermelon, and, like, I love observing people. Like, I can judge, but I do love observing. And then by observing, I put that judge in my mind, like, without saying to anyone. And then I saw a lot of girls walking in the front of me, because there's a lot of foreigner at the back, like that. And then, like, they trying to do this like, walking. Like,
okay, so this is going to be, I guess, a little bit interesting, because a lot of guys would try to steer away the risky topics, and don't put your girlfriend in that situation, because it could be toxic, and, like, they get an idea that, how much money could I earn just by being there and going on dates, you know?
No, I never get an idea to do that, because it's not my thing. I feel like
Yeah, so ultimately that's what we did. We got settled up there. It's a good place to go for cheap accommodation and lively environment. So there's tons and tons of restaurants. There's tons of places easy to walk around. You got SM. It's a very quality SM. And then you've got this whole, like, fringe nightlife. So if you really wanted to put your toe in there, and I didn't push you to go anywhere. We didn't go inside any places.
No.
Stuck to restaurants only. But like
Same
you said,
restaurant.
There's Envy. You know, anybody who's been there knows Envy. And it's just on the corner. I think it's Australian owned. It's a sports bar, so you can get away with having a meal. But it's parked right at the entrance of this walking street, so everyone's just like
I can see everything what's going on that place.
Strolling past. And, you know, guys, was this a test? Do you think this is a test? I was not going to shy away with putting you in a spot where you would have temptation or controversy. So you could have just been testing me, like checking my eyes, like, am I watching? Like, you saw all that. What was I watching it also?
I don't know. I'm not watching you. I'm watching people.
So, but if you know our history is that I really had to be careful not to pay attention to other things other than you. and it's jealousy kicks in, and not even anything malicious, but just like wandering eyes, or like, oh, what's that? That's unusual. Boom, like fight.
But there's one experience that makes me like really annoyed. This one, but it's not about you.
Right. Let's hear it.
It's different. Okay, this topic is different from Angeles. This one like from Cebu. I just want to put this on this video.
Sure.
Like, we're walking because like it's our kind of like mansary, and we're walking the street, and there's like a bar, and then with like there's a security guard or whatever, like a boy there, and then they said, "Sir, coming inside. There's a lot of like beautiful girls." Then like I was like,
just trying to appeal to me, but disrespecting you.
Yeah, but like if I am like a troublemaker, oh my god, I'm gonna be like I'm gonna have like a big mouth. Like, yeah, they are beautiful. At least I don't work on that place. My god.
So anyway, we got through that night, and and then went right to bed after that one. So there was no such nightlife experience. But in Angeles, we didn't really have any problems. We walked around.
No, I don't have problems.
Up and down. Again, it's a learning, right? So I was looking to see it through your eyes, because, and then also we can break it down and look at what's the reason Filipinos are even there in the first place. A lot of them come from, I think, Samar. I don't know all the areas, but I'm pretty sure it's Samar, further north.
And like Mindanao maybe.
Anything that's a bus ride away, but I don't think anyone's coming on a plane.
Yeah.
To there, so it'd be areas that you can commute by bus, where they can go home, earn money, and go back to the family. But you're way too far to even consider going there.
Actually, I actually saw while we're walking in a very dark place. I know you didn't see that because just me. This one girl like do this to the man like.
And what?
And then the man like.
What does that mean?
Just like it means like, if I do this, like you don't know me.
Right.
And I was like wearing like.
Yeah.
What you gonna think? It means I'm asking.
Customer,
like,
right?
Customer.
Yeah.
And then the man, what the man said? Do like. Walk away.
So, I don't know where you guys sit on this one. It's definitely in the realm of like holiday girlfriend, and it's not at all like, on the search for serious romance or, really. I think those things maybe it can build up your experience. So I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. You can get there. You're not going to learn a lot about the culture. I feel like you can learn about little games, bar games. What I knew about Philippines going in was like there was a lot of social. Okay, maybe go play some pool, but we've never played pool together.
Never. I'm scared. There's a lot of like gangs there.
Gangs?
Especially which I want to like, because I'm like a bit interested, but after I saw inside of that, oh my god.
So yeah, but I didn't really get a sense of like gambling. I think there is a casino there.
Yeah, I don't want to go in.
I've never stepped in there. It's not the type of thing, but it's a little bit of a place where you can just go and get the excitement factor, and then
I don't think I will get excited though.
But I don't think it's really healthy. Like I don't think it's going to do anything a step closer to bettering you as like a man, for example.
I don't get it. They just say you bring me in casino. I don't think I will enjoy it.
Right. Well, let's just say I don't think that's the type of place. Like there's going to be places where couples can go out. Now here's the add-on to this. Clark is the airport, and Clark is this whole amazing, basically economic zone. So you can actually start a business there. There's a lot of foreigner incentives. That's what really got me excited about.
Me too.
About that. It's sort of like a little mini West in the Philippines. A lot of people will say, yeah, well, you're going to pay a premium and expensive.
Me too.
Yeah. Right?
That's what I'm thinking too. Like, you and I having a business there, let's say Airbnb or whatever, it's good for foreigner.
It's a good element of life. So yeah, if you just want to talk about getting a quick action and just like, it's really wild here with the sirens. Yeah. It's almost like Pampanga with the street noise.
And by the way, there is one place that you said looks like mini America.
Right.
Like that, which is like, that's a good place also. I think you and I thinking to build our home there.
Could be. It depends a lot on the land. I think you'd have to, you have to pay a lot there. So, but if you got a business to pay for it, lots of different ways. So we're open to anything. But yeah, the Clark aspect, it's totally clean. Like you cannot even ride a tricycle in there. It's very quiet, and it's very connected to these corporate businesses. So you get these really legitimate, families. And a good friends of mine there that I set up offices with. They don't have anything to do with Walking Street, but he did take me out for dinner, and a nice restaurant nearby, and so it's all there. So if you think that it's all like this red light zone and this and that, I don't know, there's red light zones everywhere in big cities, so it's not really super different in that way. It's just so happens that it's really accessible, and what they do is they cater for a lot of foreigners. So these planes from Korea, there's a direct flight from Korea, Busan or somewhere, to Clark.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's loaded up with cashed up Koreans that are coming in for the golf. So they've got all this golf and additional, you can do horseback riding.
I see a lot of like Koreans there with Filipino.
But man, are they ever busy on Walking Street, walking up and down. Hey.
The first time I saw like very like, as in wild, it was like, what do you call this, November, Halloween? Halloween there.
Yeah.
And then, my God, really, really wild.
So that was it. We were there during Halloween, and I thought, well, this is the best chance of you're going to experience Western sort of style. And at that point, we had just met, so I didn't know that she was going to be able to come to Australia and do Halloween here, or maybe we'll go to Canada next, and you'll see that. So Angela City overall, I would rate it. I think it's one of those. I think it adds a lot of money to the Philippines. All these people that are flying in, flying out. In the airport, right? They take that tax every time, that departure tax. All those extra little pieces, and then of course accommodation. So yeah, whether or not I'm a little bit if you start like raising a family there.
I don't think so. I don't want to raise my kids.
Well, if you do, you got to understand like what's around and what's all those influences. So that's kind of where we would come from. But but guys, have you been to Thailand? I mean, the whole country is pretty much got those kind of zones. So we'll see. I'm not an expert in Thailand, mind you. So please speak up and let me know where not to go. I think we'll go explore from time to time.
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys want to know a little bit more. Tell me more about this and where should I go and all that. I guess we have started like that little spicy section of the channel, just so that we can keep stuff behind a bit of a gated area, so it's not free for all in there. And so we'll make it accessible and we'll share some of those things. I think that could be a bit of fun. It brings back some memories, but you don't want to get into any trouble. There's a lot of things that can go wrong your way there. I think we'll save that for the spicy section. So guys, the main one is if you're walking up and down, you think you're going to be anonymous, watch out, because there's vlogs up there every day of the week. They make their money off of capturing foreigners on film, and you might just find yourself getting blackmailed. So you don't really want to mess around with your reputation if that's of any concern.
Yeah, so for our next travel, we will talk about that and we will share where we're gonna go.
All right, guys, thanks for sticking around.
Please give us like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And if you like us, your YouTuber creator, you can just buy us a coffee or to buy super thanks, super chats, and super stickers. And have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.